Hello, my name is Ken Tsunoda, and I'm the co-founder of Deep Community Capital. I would like to talk about my passion, making it easier for all of us to be impact investors, regardless of how wealthy we are. I believe that all of us can make an impact by aligning our investments with our values, and we don't have to be ultra wealthy to do it. Now, in 2019, my wife Elsa and I decided to invest our retirement savings for impact. We've been having a conversation with our sons about how we could make the biggest impact possible as a family in communities that we care about with our limited financial resources. I was working for a nonprofit, and Elsa is a college professor. We're comfortable, but we're not wealthy enough to be able to give away a lot of money. But we have saved a lot in our retirement accounts. And we thought maybe we could invest in impact funds and have that money repaid to us later when we need it for our retirement. Now, it was really challenging to find the help that we needed to get started. Most impact investing services and resources are focused on people who are a lot wealthier than we are and institutions like foundations. And we were referred to an impact-oriented financial planner, and they did a terrific job helping us with our retirement plan. Now, their approach to impact was having us invest in ESG funds, which are mutual funds that invest in the stocks of large publicly traded corporations that have better environmental, social, and governance records than their peers. So that's where we got started. Now, we took a closer look at the companies that we'd invested in through these ESG funds, and we just didn't feel inspired by the impact we were having by moving our money into these large publicly traded corporations. Now, we learned that for employer-sponsored retirement plans like 401ks and 403bs, these ESG funds are the only socially responsible option available. But we wanted to dig deeper and see if we could do something more impactful. In 2020, I did a fellowship at an amazing program called the Just Economy Institute, and I got to spend a year learning from impact investing experts and a cohort of financial activists who were the perfect people to help us figure this out. Now, I learned that it's possible to set up something called a self-directed IRA that gives you a lot more flexibility to choose what you invest in, including a range of much more socially impactful options than ESG funds. So we set up a self-directed IRA for our family and funded it with 5% of our retirement savings. Then I asked the impact investing experts that I'd met to help us find impact funds that are well managed, that have deeper impact than ESG funds, and that would be willing to accept the smaller investment amounts that we could reasonably afford to make. We were introduced to several funds that do lending to entrepreneurs of color, social enterprises, renewable energy projects, and CDFIs. And we wound up investing in 7 impact funds that promised to return our capital after a fixed period of time, mostly between 1 and 3 years, along with an annual interest payment. Now, we were able to find several funds that would accept investments from non-accredited investors. Now, we were responsible for doing our own due diligence, so we only invested in funds that were managed by somebody who was personally recommended to us. Now, I can tell you that 5 years later, all of the funds that we invested in returned our investments when promised, and we have been able to start reinvesting that money to make even more impact. Now, through the reports that we've received from the funds, we're confident that there's been a meaningful impact from the investments that we've made. We also learned that it's possible to move our cash out of large commercial banks and into federally insured credit unions and community banks that have missions that are aligned with our values. We've gotten excellent interest rates moving into their CDs and money market funds while still generating significant deep community impact. And when I've told our friends about the experiences that we've had, many of them said, Wow, I didn't know that you could do that. Could you please help us to get started? Well, in the last year, I've started 2 impact investing circles with groups of friends and colleagues where we learn from each other. So we've made impact investing a social activity, and it's been a lot of fun too. And now I'm working with a group of friends to launch this new social enterprise, Deep Community Capital. Our mission is to make it easier for all of us to be impact investors, regardless of how wealthy we are. And our goal is to take what we've learned so far and to help the next group of families to get started as impact investors. So here's the link to our website that has more information about Deep Community Capital and our services. So please, take a look if you're interested and reach out to us. I would love to meet you. Thank you very much.